Good morning, Winter Park. Ryan's back here with another edition of Good Morning Winter Park. Hope you got some hot coffee and a warm scone, because we are going to have an amazing show today. Absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Least of which is going to be this segment right here, where I sit and talk shop with producer Mike Turner. So, Mike, what's going on?
Well, we kill time in these opening segments just to kill the clock.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I'm hourly, and so I want to get paid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
But,
lots is going on. It's middle of
summertime.
summer. It's
I was going to say
summer. It's not just summertime.
It is
We're in the
absolutely, so far in my world, the perfect summer. We had great spring rain, great spring water. The trees are green. I mean, it is the lushest I've seen the woods in a while. Our dead trees are now kind of going away, and new trees, you're starting to see them everywhere. It's just getting more and more beautiful every summer that happens. Right
Yeah,
now.
the forest is definitely doing its thing.
It's doing it.
Planet Earth, amazing.
Yeah, the cycle of
Burning
life,
in
right?
many places, so we're very blessed to have a wet zone right now.
Isn't that the truth?
I just hope we get some more moisture. It's
High winds and dry.
I'm kind of a meteorologist, and so the forecast is not good.
The last few weeks we finally dried out, and it's kind of like, okay, ready for a little rain
It's going
again.
to start drying, and it's going to be dry, so water your plants.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't water your yard. Save it for the rest of us. No.
So, lots going on. What's going on in your world?
My world, I got to run a half marathon soon.
Nice.
I got dubbed 2 weeks ago to run a half marathon, so
Awesome.
I've now run about 5 times this summer. We're going to see how that goes. So I'll have a full report next time I'm on the show.
So you've been training like a banshee, one beer
Not
after
really.
another,
Yeah,
and now it's time
yeah.
to run.
It is in wine country.
Is it a beer run?
Here's the catch. It's in wine country.
Gotcha.
Napa to Sonoma, and
Nice.
at miles 9 and 11, I want to say, my girlfriend was telling me you get a glass of wine. Cool on the one hand.
Is that good?
Well, on the one hand, it's cool. On the other hand, it starts at 7 a.m., so I'll be at about 8:15, 8:30. I'll probably be at mile 9 drinking wine. It's a little early for me.
Do runners like drink wine? Is that kind of part
I'm going to find out.
Being a non-runner, I'm in the swag car going, yeah, listening to jams.
I've never drank
driving
any of the Vice drinks before the mile race is over, so this will be an interesting one to see what other people are doing. I'll probably go with the flow, you know.
Well, good luck with that.
But yeah, that's what's going on in my world. You know, it should be a fun
I don't
trip.
got anything, got nothing. Work, a lot of it. Been doing some fun stuff though. Been out there a bit.
Right.
One event, went to this one, Colorado Headwaters event Sunday. MC'd it. It was fun. Got to do my auction boys. Why not do another minute?
Yeah.
But it was fun. Raised some money for a good cause. The Headwaters, Colorado River, is headwatered right in Grand County. Do you know this?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
And
where does that one flow to?
Well, it flows all the way to Baja.
There it does, right
Yeah.
through the Grand Canyon. A lot of people don't know that.
So Chris McCandless, the Into the Wild book, I think he got
Exactly.
on the lower part
He did.
and took it to Baja, if I remember right.
He totally did.
Yeah.
You're right. But it starts right up in the national park, and we did our event this year for the Headwaters Association was right at the Winding River Ranch. Really cool. River runs right through it there.
Just beautiful.
Definitely.
And
it's a scene out of
speaking
the
of
river runs.
the Colorado Rivers and Fraser River, we're going to have Kurt Clanky on the show today.
Clanky is coming on today.
With,
Give us a
Trout
little
Unlimited.
update. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of cool stuff with Trout Unlimited, and so we thought we'd get Kurt back and see where we're going with the Gross reservoir expansion, which is going to be a big kind of deal because they're increasing the size of that reservoir. But there's good and bad, so it could play to our benefit. A lot of people don't understand all the workings and are just anti-everything. But Denver owns the water rights. Do you know how much they own?
I want to say 90%.
That's right.
Yeah.
Many people don't realize that. They could
9/10.
run our river dry if they wanted to legally.
Right.
I mean,
that's what's
obviously
so
it would be a political disaster.
What's so neat about talking to Kirk these days? I feel like 10, 15 years ago you'd talk and it was a battle. We're fighting Denver.
Right.
And now it's not talking about, we're in discussions,
Exactly.
we're cooperating.
Exactly.
I mean, Denver, these guys, half the guys on the board, I think, probably fish up here. So it's like, why would they want to run the river
They
dry
don't want
and
to
ruin
run
their vacation home?
But, you know, they built a giant city in a high plains desert.
And
So
it's not getting smaller right now. From what
and
I
the
hear.
water's
It's one
all
of the-
over here. So
One of the fastest growing cities. So there's
they
more
had
water.
smart lawyers back in the 1800s and kind of took us for a ride.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So anyway, they're working through it, and Kirk's got some cool stuff going.
He's
They're
just
learning by doing plans are pretty cool. He's got some new projects going.
He's a champion too. I mean, the work that he puts in is just unbelievable.
Endless
Yeah.
amount
It's his
of
life's
work.
passion, or
It
it'll be
is-
his life's
It'll
stamp
be on
on
his
Grand County.
gravestone.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
It'll also say Arnold Schwarzenegger. We can talk about that later in the show.
Arnie. So anyway, lots of other stuff going on. Big events.
Endless events.
Endless
Every
events.
weekend, if you're in town and
There's
fortunate
music
enough to be
everywhere.
on a weekend, you'll be there for sure is going to be music, and there might be some tequila, some whiskey and wings, some
Wine,
beer fest,
art,
some wine and
cheese.
art, some chocolate. Who knows? There's something
Chocolate
great.
Fest was pretty fun. We went to that. It was pretty fun.
Art Fest is coming up.
The Art Fest is coming. Yeah, Alpine Art Affair. I think this is like their 40th year.
40th year, but first year in their new location.
Yep, moving to Hideaway Park,
Yep,
which
so-
I think would be better. They've been, in the little woodsy
next door to
there.
Carver's there.
And the woodsy seemed always a little tight because they had a lot of vendors. So artisans, craftsmen, woodworking, jewelry makers, all kinds of people. It's pretty cool.
Hey,
I don't buy anything, but I walk through. My wife buys stuff.
Can I give a free plug of the day? And I wish
Sure.
I even knew the name of it. We have a new distillery in town, just
We
opened.
do, and
just
it's
opened.
the old underground, isn't
Yep.
it? I saw
Right
that.
underneath Rudy's Deli.
What's
you
it
see a big
called?
sign.
Jerry, what's it called? Come on. Oh, snap. CRS.
That's not what they got.
CRS.
Jerry's got a girlfriend now, so things
Exactly. Can't keep up.
But the distillery, I was in there. It's absolutely beautiful. We had the Headwaters Trail Alliance had their pub crawl, and we started at the distillery before we biked up to the
So did a little whiskey?
whiskey and rum is what he's got going in there. He does have a full bar. Mojitos were a huge hit. People were loving the rum mojitos that he was making.
I
And
like that.
it's dark. It's
Is there something in the air?
Funny. I just started coughing too.
We're getting
Weird.
poisoned.
Jesus,
you know what it
Jerry.
is?
I make fun of Jerry's girlfriend.
No, we're getting wafts of Casa Mexico. They're down there burning some
It's
jalapeno.
time for the ghost pepper to come out.
Exactly.
But yeah, the distillery was fantastic. Check it out. The kid's new on the block, but it's a great job. So we now have a brewery, a winery,
Boom.
Distillery,
Distillery.
and then we got Grapes and Grains right here in Colorado.
Couple of different breweries
in Cooper
actually
Creek Square,
have
where you can sample everything.
Yep.
So it's cool.
That's cool.
Fantasy.
Jazz Fest this weekend, right now, happening today. It's killer.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
It may sell out, may not. It's usually right on the bubble. Every year it's
Isley
going to be
Brothers. You
at
like
capacity. Who?
Isley Brothers?
Isley brother?
Isley.
It is Isley. I never knew how to pronounce
Isley.
it.
I think it's with an I-S-L-E-Y.
Yeah. It's always a hit, and I mean,
Headlining
one of the
tomorrow, I
funner,
think.
one of the more fun weekends because at night too, you're gonna see a lot of restaurants. Moe's, I'm sure, will probably have a show
It's
going
rocking.
on. And,
Jazz Fest crazy.
yeah.
Yep. Be down there.
Speaking of events, and I believe there'll be fundraising at Jazz Fest as well. The Grand Foundation.
Yeah, Grand
runs
Foundation's
a lot
on.
of the liquor
Megan's
sales.
coming on. Yeah.
Yep, a lot of cocktails you buy
Yep.
aren't just getting drunk.
Yep.
And don't complain about the price because it is for an incredible
Right.
cause.
Right.
Very important part of their fundraising is all the events.
Yep.
What is going on? I'm starting to.
Something's
Locked
in
up
the
here.
air. I don't know, but I got this in the mail. I thought we'd whip it out. I sponsor the rodeo. You ever go to the rodeo?
Yeah. No.
Ryan, dude, never? So I got some rodeo tickets. We don't go to the rodeo much either, but if anybody out there
I
wants
used to bust
do-
muttons when I was a kid, riding sheep, and stuff. But no, I haven't been to the Fraser Rodeo. I'm embarrassed to admit.
Okay, so the Fraser Rodeo is actually
It
really
is
good.
unbelievable.
It is
My
actually,
girlfriend, her family, everyone that I know goes. I have not.
so the Horsemen's Association does a great job. They've been running it for years. I've been a sponsor since the beginning, and yeah, so I got some tickets. If anybody would like to go to the rodeo, just like us
Freebies!
on Facebook, and I will send you a message. And these are good for the summer. They're running into August this year, so I got a bunch
Doesn't
of
look like you got a ton,
tickets.
so get on there and like it quick.
Get on there and
because,
like it quick, and you can go to the rodeo on us right here at
and that's
TV18
going, every Saturday night.
every
right
Saturday
till-
night, 7 o'clock. I think they run all the way to August 20th this year.
Right till.
Not to Labor
Yep.
Day this year, but it's like the Saturday 2 before.
And so yeah, get on Facebook, like
our show.
Channel 18, and
Like us on Facebook. Grand County TV 18 on Facebook for those.
And I forgot to name drop, speaking of fundraising, Megan Ledeen will be on the show.
Yes.
She is the executive director of the Grand Foundation, who is running all the beverage tents and stuff at a lot of these festivals.
Yeah, Megan's
They
been-
do, if it's not that, then they're doing the volunteers for everything from gate checks to bag checks to letting
And you
in.
can check, they've got a cool website. I forget what it is.
Yep.
Do you remember? What it is?
Grandvolunteers.org.
That's
If you'd
right.
like to volunteer, it is a
Right.
blast. If you can find any other local that's volunteered for a Grand Foundation event, talk to them about it because you will have an absolute blast that day. And not only that, but you're serving such a wonderful purpose. So.
Exactly. So tons of stuff coming up. Got a good show next week as well. Colorado Free Ride Festival's coming up. That's a classic.
Yes.
I know you've had some experience on the
Yes.
old intergalactic pond
We might have to
crossing.
talk about
Are
this.
you gonna
thing,
take the
'cause,
Schwinn?
might have to try it on the Schwinn this
You're
year.
taking it on the
see.
Schwinn?
I'm not committing to anything this year. I've fallen in the water twice on the pond crossing, and it has not gone well for me. So.
Oh, well, let's get on with it for today. Oh, we're going to finish up today somewhere cool.
Oh, yes.
We're
and
going
of course,
traveling.
My favorite section is always the last spot of the show, and we're going to travel to the other end of the town and stop at Hernando's Pizza Pub.
We are.
Where they
Yeah,
have the
heaven.
best pizza in the universe. I don't know what they claim. Something
No,
like that.
that's the pub.
They like to,
Silly.
pubs, best burgers in the universe. But yeah, Hernando's is pretty darn good. I mean, their pizza
right.
it is a staple on most tourists' vacation.
That's right.
Almost one night of every vacation, you'll
It's
hear someone say, we're going to check out that Hernando's place because we hear it's a must. And
It's
it
a
is.
must.
So,
And it is, if you haven't ever checked it out. Love Hernando's.
I think that wraps up the weakest part of our show, and we will continue.
Dude,
and
it wasn't weak.
It gets better and better from here. Well, everyone's getting better.
Don't forget,
No knock
tickets.
on Turner.
Tickets.
Yeah.
We're out.
Likes on Facebook. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back shortly with Megan Ledeen with the Grand Foundation.
Indeed.
Stay tuned right
Have
here
a
on Channel
great-
18.
Have a great day.